Dear Vincentian brothers and sisters, today, September 27, we celebrate joyfully the feast of St. Vincent de Paul, the universal patron of all charitable activities. Last 2 years, due to COVID-19 pandemic, we were restricted to gather together for our celebrations. We had to follow the government guidelines. Thanks be to God. This year, though we are still under the clutches of COVID-19, we are allowed to gather together for our celebrations. In view of a better celebration this year, the Vincentian family in India organized on the Vena, which are available in Winfarm TV. Each day, we reflected on a heroic virtue of St. Vincent de Paul, which really he loved to practice as well as taught his followers. While seeking St. Vincent's intercession, let's try to love what he loved and practice what he taught. St. Vincent de Paul, though a priest of the 17th century, is a saint for 21st century. The words, the deeds of St. Vincent are still relevant and remain as also an inspiration for many. Today, more than 2 million people all over the world and approximately 100,000 people in India follow the footsteps of this great saint, St. Vincent. Let's thank God for giving us St. Vincent as our model and guide. Every year, when we celebrate the feast of St. Vincent, we remember with a great joy the gospel passage that was so dear to St. Vincent. That is found in Gospel of Luke, chapter 4, verses 18 to 19. The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because He has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of Lord's favor. The core of St. Vincent's spirituality and apostolates rest on this particular gospel passage. This gospel passage really transformed St. Vincent. He became a totally new person. Following Christ, the evangelizer of the poor, he became all things to the poor and the needy for the sake of Christ. Which are the ways he became all things to all, especially to the poor? I wish to highlight a few things. First of all, he noticed the sufferings of the poor and the needy. About 90% of the people in his time were poor in France. Continuous wars, epidemic, illiteracy, feudalism, defective government, etc. made the people oppressed and exploited. Like a good Samaritan of the Gospel of Luke, St. Vincent noticed the struggles of the poor and the needy. He came down from his vested interest to the aid of the poor. Secondly, he listened to the poor patiently. He spent time to listen their needs, their desires, their problems. He never imposed his ideas or plans. Thirdly, he was so kind, compassionate to them. In Matthew chapter 9:36, we read about Christ Jesus. Seeing the people, Jesus felt a compassion for them because they were distressed and dispirited like a sheep without a shepherd. St. Vincent de Paul followed the example of Jesus Christ. He was so moved with pity and served them in all possible way. For sustainability, he also established Confraternity of Charity in 1617, Priests of the Mission or the Congregation of the Mission in 1625, Daughters of Charity in 1633, and Ladies of Charity in 1634. He was also sensitive to the dignity of the individuals. Poor, he cared. He respected them as a human being. That's why he advised the Daughters of Charity to see the poor as the masters so that they can render qualitative service. May this celebration help us to deepen our Vincentian life and mission. May we all of us become like a St. Vincent de Paul, to become more things to the poor and the needy. May St. Vincent de Paul intercede for each one of us. May God bless you. Wish you all very happy feast.